Hi guys, welcome back and welcome back to another one brand tutorial. So today's full face is going to be featuring Essence, which I am very excited for. I love Essence. I have loved this brand for years. It is super affordable. I'm not sure what their max price is. I want to say it's like $15, maybe $20. I know that they have like holiday sets, which are a little bit more pricey, but their actual products themselves do not go over $20 from what I've seen. So actually everything that I love that I've tried is like around the $5 range. So it is amazing. This brand is available at Ulta, of course online as well. I don't know if they're sold anywhere else. I always just go to Ulta, and for this specific video I had to actually order some stuff on Essence's website just because they didn't have everything at Ulta, but they have the majority of like their like best sellers, I would say, at Ulta. So yeah, I'm a big fan of this brand, and today we're going to be diving into some new products as well that I've never tried before. So get excited, and yeah, that is it. No updates for you. I hope you're doing well today. It's gonna be a long one, so grab a snack and let's jump into it. Okay, here we go. Fresh face. So I do have some brow products here, which I actually have never tried before, so let's start with the brows. So first I have their Micro Precise Eyebrow Pencil. This one apparently is waterproof, and this one is in the shade dark brown. You can see it does look very, very skinny. It has a really tiny tip, which I'm all about. And then I also do have this It's All About Brows 4-in-1 palette, which just looks like this. So I'm gonna go in with the pencil to outline just my natural brows, and then I'm gonna use this little brow kit and most likely this dark brown powder to fill in the rest of the brow hairs. Okay, so far, so good. Does it come with, okay, no spoolie on this, but does have a really fine tip, which I feel like is really nice, super easy to work with. So I actually really do like this brow pencil. I thought that was like super easy to work with. I like that. Now I'm gonna go into this right here. Again, I'm gonna use this shade. This is like the only one that they had. I am using this brush. This is actually from Equate. You can get it at Walmart. I have like new favorite brushes. Well, just like two of them, but this is one of them, and I'm gonna be talking about them in my November favorites, but they are so good. So I'm just gonna take the powder and I'm gonna just basically, like a coloring book, just fill in the rest and just kind of spoolie through my brows so I can get the product in there evenly. This isn't terrible, but the thing for me is I'm just not a big brow powder person anymore. I just prefer pomades. I feel like we all have like our go-to brow products, and for me powder is just not it anymore. I just feel like pomade for me and like my brow shape, it just works the best. I know a lot of people always tell me that they like my brows better with a powder, but like I said, I just personally just don't love it. I mean, it definitely gets the job done. As you can see, they don't look perfect. I'm gonna clean them up, but the thing is also, again, with stuff like this is like you might not always find your shade, which is like the downside. And like for me, I probably would never really use like the brow wax or like this color on the brows. So I would really just be using this just for one color, which for me, it's not worth it. Then to clean up the brows, I'm gonna use their Camouflage Matte Concealer. This one's in the shade 20 Light Ivory, and I'm just gonna use some right on the back of my hand. This is gonna be way too light for me later. I don't know how I'm gonna do this because on their website, they didn't have any other shades that were available. A lot of them were out of stock. So I just got this kind of like just because like I wanted the products, of course, for the full face, but I already know this is gonna be way too light. I really wish Essence would step it up and have more shades. I just feel like inclusivity is super important, and it just sucks that they just don't cater to all skin tones. I feel like not just darker skin tones, but just like skin tones in general. So I almost didn't want to get foundation and concealer just because of that reason, because I feel like even let's say the foundation and concealer was like amazing, I can't recommend something to you guys where there's only like 5 shades. Like it just doesn't make sense on my part. But for the sake of the video, for the sake of this being a full face, that's why I did get the products. I feel like I might have to go in with a different concealer just so that this doesn't look crazy. When I am trying out new makeup, I really don't want it to be a fail. So I really like to give the products a fair shot. And in today's case, with the shade range, I'm sure some of you guys hopefully won't mind if I use something different, just because man, the shades were just like horrible, like just really, really bad. On their website also, which I thought maybe they would have more shades like online, but that unfortunately was not the case. Where would we be if we couldn't clean up the brows? I don't know. For me, it makes such a difference. I know that they don't look perfect. They look a little crazy because the concealer is light, but they definitely look a little bit just more sculpted. At least I think so. So now we can move into eyes, which I'm actually really excited for. So I have first their I Love Color Intensifying eyeshadow base, which just looks like this. And this one is, I believe they only had one shade in this as well, like a universal kind of thing. So I'm just gonna apply this all over. I have never used this before. So far, it's kind of feeling like the e.l.f. eyeshadow primer, which I actually really like that one. So I actually have two different eyeshadow palettes here. I have their Get This Look Rock Look eyeshadow palette, and then I have the Beautiful eyeshadow palette. So we have two little palettes here. They're both really cute, actually. This looks like this. This was sent to me, so hopefully it is still available. I'm kind of getting like Jaclyn Hill vibes, like the Morphe palette from this. Like just a couple of these colors are kind of reminding me of it. Of course, it's not exactly like that, but the color scheme. And then I have the Beautiful eyeshadow palette. I actually got this from Ulta, and it comes with a mirror, which is cute. And it just looks like this. So I like this just because of the transition colors, and the pans look really big. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start off with, let's do this color right here. No, actually, let's start with this, the cream shade up at the top. I'm gonna apply that all over the lid. And I'm just going to kind of set my primer. I know a lot of people don't like to do this. I like to just usually honestly do this to not only set my lid, but to kind of test the waters with the pigment of the eyeshadow and see how it's going to look. And like this looks already really pigmented, which is great. Going into this shade right here called On My Own, I'm gonna be applying that right in my crease. Whoa, look at that pigment, crazy. Okay, this is a nice, just neutral brown. I'm gonna go into the orange color in the palette. I love how big these pan sizes are. Like this is like huge. I'm gonna use that same brush and I'm just going to buff that in there ever so lightly. Since I have a little lavender moment going on right now, I kind of want to do purple all over the lid. I'm kind of feeling it. So I'm going to be taking this purple right in here in the palette, and I'm just going to take that all over my lid. You guys know I am a big like matchy kind of person. Like I like to match usually my makeup with what I'm wearing. I mean, this really isn't the exact kind of purple, but it's a little purple vibe. So we are just going to apply this. I'm going to spray my brush just because I always do that with high-end shadows, affordable shadows. I just feel like it's a must. So I'm gonna take this all over the lid. It's a little dry. It's definitely not crazy metallic and pigmented, but I mean, like, it's fine. And I'm pretty generous with this. Like, I'm really digging my brush in here because I want to get some color payoff. So even with doing that, there isn't like a ton of pigment. The shadow, just like my initial first impression, it seems a little bit dry. Let's try this with the finger and kind of see what happens. Oh yeah, this is a very dry eyeshadow formula. Even just like dipping my finger, you can see like obviously you get pigment, but it's not really like that buttery, like metallic eyeshadow. Like it's showing up, but it's fairly light. I'm gonna go into this shade right here, which is called In the Woods. I'm just gonna take this with my finger. Oh yeah, these are really dry. That's very disappointing. You can see there's a ton of fallout, which typically doesn't bother me. Yeah, these aren't really, it's not really there for me, this palette. Let's try this color right here, guys. Okay, it's like showing up a little bit, but it's just like, it's a very dry formula. I mean, it's just not really there for me, that palette. I'm gonna go into this shade right here. Okay, so I am dipping and I'm spraying. It's not terrible, it's okay. Let's try the other side. Oh wow. See, the other side, it didn't have any other shimmer or anything, so I feel like this side is enhanced just because it had the other colors underneath. I thought that maybe just like on its own, it would show up, but it's like barely there for me. It's just like a little sheen. I feel like I'm gonna have to do the same exact thing that I did on this, from this palette on this eye. Okay, let's try one more thing. So I have the Melted Chrome eyeshadows. This one's in the shade Ironic. I saw these at Ulta. Okay, like this is actually like, you know, showing up. So let's try this. I feel like when you like dig your finger in, like it looks so pretty, but then it's like when you actually go to apply it, you just don't get like that wow kind of factor. Okay, so that's a little disappointing. Okay, I think I have one more thing that we could try. Hold on. I really want like just a really pretty like all over the lid shade. So let's go in with the Metal Shock eyeshadows. This one is in the shade Solar Explosion. It says it's in a creamy eyeshadow that gives you a metallic and vibrant finish. I don't really see that personally. It kind of just gives you a little sheen. Let's keep working with the mattes and we'll keep it going because I really did enjoy the mattes. The shimmers, not good at all. All right, let's do a little bit more of this color right here in the crease. See, like the matte is like really, really nice. I wanted to keep the crease like really, really soft because I thought the purple was gonna kind of be like the star of the show, but it's just not it. I'm so sorry, you guys. I just looked at my hair and I have so much dandruff in it. I used a new hairspray and it just wasn't it. Ooh, okay. Sorry about that. Sometimes you just don't notice stuff right away, but yeah, I'm super disappointed. I really wanted something like purpley because of course this just looks like another neutral eye look. I think I'm just gonna go into this shade right here. So I just put the matte shade all over it. It was a little bit of a struggle, obviously, just because I had the shimmer and like the metallic shadow over top. So realistically, I probably should have just wiped everything off and started over, but I really didn't feel like doing that because I already have like really bad allergies and my eyes are already super irritated. So I don't want to irritate them even more by doing that. So this is what we have going on. So now I'm gonna pop on lashes. Hopefully these will save the day. Let's hope. So these are the Luxe Glam lashes. They just look like this. Packaging is super, super cute. One of you guys actually sent these to me in my PO box and I love them. And this is what they look like. These are in the style Money Bag. Okay, lashes are on. Like I said, I'm not obsessed with the eyeshadow. It's okay, but let's hope we have some better luck with the face products. So now I'm gonna go ahead and prime. I'm gonna use the Prime Plus Studio HD Hydra Primer Spray, which just looks like this. You guys know I am a big primer person. I think primer sprays make a huge difference. I don't think that I've tried a primer spray from them. I know that I have tried their matte setting spray, but never this. I like little bottles like this. I feel like they're very travel friendly, and you could even also like their setting spray is really small, so you could throw it in your purse if you ever want to like just kind of refresh your makeup throughout the day. So I do like the packaging. Now we're gonna prime for real. I'm gonna use the Prime Plus Studio Glow Boosting Plus Pore Minimizing Primer. I've tried two of their primers actually, and I wasn't the biggest fan just because it didn't do much for my skin. But we're gonna see how this one is. Let's mix it around. I only use like a dime size amount. It smells really good. So apparently this has pink clay in it. It's an ultra soft primer that helps the texture, gives a face a fresh touch, and minimizes pores for a wide awake, radiant complexion. I really don't see any pore filling here. Yeah, this doesn't really do much as far as pore filling. If anything, I feel like this really, it gives you like that light glow, but not much for pore filling. For foundation, I almost didn't want to get this foundation like I told you guys earlier, just because the shades are just terrible. Like there's no shade range here at all. I didn't want to just not have the foundation. I wanted to have it to show you guys that I did get it for the sake of this being a full face. So this is their Soft Touch Mousse Makeup for a natural and matte finish, and this one is in the shade 04 Matte Ivory. Honestly, this kind of reminds me of the Maybelline foundation that used to be in the little container. We're gonna test it out. So I'm just gonna use my finger And I feel like this actually might be a pretty good match, maybe. The thing is, like, there's not even shades, like enough shades for like very light people, medium people, tan, dark. Okay, I zoomed you guys back in a little bit just so we can see. This is definitely like a very like moussey matte formula, just like the name implies. I seriously cannot stand these little baby hairs. I need to learn how to do them properly. That's like my goal for 2020, honestly. You know what I could use this for though, just so like it doesn't go to waste? Maybe like cleaning up my brows. I'm gonna use a small brush. This one is from Japanesque, just to like really concentrate the foundation in these problematic areas. I am at the point in my life where I don't really like all matte foundations. If I'm using a matte foundation, I like to use my Smashbox primer oil just to really kind of balance out the matte. I don't know, I just don't like an all matte flat face. I feel like for my skin type, I have combo skin, it just doesn't work the best for me anymore. I prefer something really glowy that just makes my skin look super healthy and radiant. Surprisingly, this is actually a good match for me, but unfortunately that's not going to be the case for a lot of you. So like I said, I can't recommend that. Essence, please come out with more shades. That would be very helpful. Whew. Okay, now this concealer, this is going to be way too light. The one that I told you guys that I used earlier, yeah, so I'll tell you what, I'm gonna use it, and just so we can see the coverage of it, again, this shade range is also terrible, but for the sake of this being a full face, I'm gonna blend it in so we can see the coverage. Sorry if you hear a little something, Bernard is in here with me. I'm gonna be, by the way, filming a video on my favorite drugstore foundations. I have a top 5 list with really great shade ranges that are super affordable, so be on the lookout for that video. So with this, I'm definitely gonna have to use something different. I don't have anything, this is just not gonna work. Hold on. Okay, we're keeping it drugstore, of course, so I'm gonna use my Covergirl Undercover True Blend Concealer. This one's in the shade Buff Beige. I have to make this work, and unfortunately with the concealer it's just not it. This concealer I love, and the Covergirl one actually does have a really good shade range, and this is under $10, so this is a really great concealer that I love. I'm just gonna go in and just blend this out. By the way, the sponge that I'm using is from Haley's Beauty. Okay, and Covergirl saves the day. I love this concealer so much. I'm also really loving the ColourPop one, the new one. That one is amazing. Now I'm gonna go ahead and set. So this next product I've actually used, and I really love this. This is the Essence Brighten Up Banana Powder. This one is in the shade 10, Banana. That's what the name of it is. That's cute. So this is what it looks like. This is a really nice brightening powder. If you like a bright under eye, you will like this. I can't remember if this has a white cast in photos. I want to say that it doesn't. I'm just going to kind of set my T-zone with this powder. And then to set the rest of my face, I'm going to dust a little bit of this because I feel like my face, honestly, I could get away with not setting it just because it is so like matte right now, but I'm going to do a little dusting. So I'm going to use the All About Matte Fixing Compact Powder. This one in particular, I have never tried before, but like I said, I really do like their powders. I think they are really nice. So I'm gonna just do a little quick dusting. I'm gonna use this huge powder brush. This one's from Equate, which I love. And I'm gonna kind of just very lightly pat this in to the rest of my face. I'm gonna set these brows with the Essence Make Me Brow Tinted Brow Mascara. This one's in the shade Brownie Brows. I feel like this could be a really good dupe for the Benefit Give Me Brow because of the really tiny brush applicator. So I'm just gonna run this there just to take away any powdery residue. So for the eyes, just really quickly, I'm gonna finish this up. I'm just gonna basically use this color on the lower lashes and then just do some mascara. So I actually have tried Essence eye brushes and I really like them. This one, for instance, is their Smoky eye brush, and this is really nice because it's like a rounded brush, so you could use it in the crease, maybe to smudge out some liner like up here, or you could use it on your lower lashes, which is what I'm gonna do today. So this is good. So I do like their brushes. I also did get some face brushes, which I'm gonna use like in 2 seconds. So yeah, like see, it just smudges the product out really nicely under there. So it's a nice brush. I feel like you can never have enough eye brushes because They're important. They also do have their eye blender brush, which is kind of like a more small blending brush. Looks like this. I'm gonna do a little bit more orange in the crease, and I'm gonna just show you, like, it's doable. I wouldn't necessarily go in with this first, like with this brush, because I feel like it's a little bit too small for what I like. I like something a little bit bigger and like fluffier, but it definitely works for crease colors, as you can see. So I do like it, but see, like when I'm buffing colors out and like really blending them out, I like something a little bit bigger. But that one's good maybe for placing the colors, maybe like right in the socket, like in the crease. That could work really well. Then on the waterline, I'm gonna use one of my favorite nude pencils. This one is really great. It's the Extreme Lasting Eye Pencil, and this one is in the shade Silky Nude. It's just a nude eye pencil, but it's super, super creamy, and I feel like you can never go wrong with a nude eyeliner on the waterline. It looks so pretty, makes your eyes look really open, very awake. See? So quick, so easy. You don't have to drag the pencil on your eyes for like 5 minutes straight, and they don't get irritated with this. It's just a very creamy formula, and you can just see how much it brightens up your eyes. So this pencil I really, really like. And then for mascara, that's another thing. I'm a big, big fan of Essence mascaras. I think if you need a good mascara, Essence is the way to go, because they're all $5, I believe, and under. So super great. I love the Lash Princess line from them. Think this is really, really great. It makes your lashes super long, very voluminous. Their mascaras don't clump, they don't flake, and I've tried many of them, and this one's one of my favorites. I also really like it's in a pink bottle. I forget, I'll insert a picture of it right here, but that one is really great as well. I feel like just in general, all the mascaras that I've tried from them, they're really great. This one's just the one that I have currently on hand, and I love it. So I'm just doing a quick little coat. For me, the lower lashes is what matters most, because my top lashes, like, I always use falsies anyway. Okay, so I ordered some face brushes from Essence directly from their website, and these are so tiny. Like, do you see how little they are? I mean, definitely doable, but they're a lot smaller than what I thought they were gonna be. We're gonna test out their bronzer brush today, which looks like this. I mean, I feel like these could be good for traveling maybe, and I'm gonna bronze. Now, this is also something that is super disappointing. This is their Sun Club Matte Bronzing Powder, and this apparently is for darker skin. You guys, this is probably like 2-3 shades darker than what I am, like not even. So this is what I mean with the inclusivity. I really, really wish and hope that in 2020 they will upgrade their shades, because I feel like this is just, it's super, super disappointing, especially from a brand that already has some really, really great products. I feel like looking at the shades, it could be a turnoff for a lot of different people, a lot of different consumers. So of course, you know, I don't even know if this is honestly going to do much for me. Like, this just straight up looks a little bit like orange, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like if I'm tan, this is going to be like my pressed powder. So the color is showing up, but again, I hate to recommend stuff to you guys that is just not inclusive to everybody. I feel like a lot of their bronzers, though, they are limited edition, so they're never around for a long time, because I have used other bronzers from them that I didn't see on their website and that I didn't see at Ulta, so a lot of their stuff is not permanent completely. I will say though, this brush is really nice, even though the handle is so small. I mean, if you don't mind that, it does disperse the product really nicely. Then I did get their contouring kit. This is their duo contouring palette. This is honestly probably one of the darkest things that I've seen from Essence, which I was even very surprised with. So they had a light one, and then they had this one. I got this at Ulta, and this one is in the shade 20 Darker Skin. Okay, I'm gonna use a small little domed brush, and I'm gonna just dip my brush in here ever so lightly. And I'm gonna just do a little bronzer like right here. I'm gonna use this lighter shade in here. Then for blush, I have the Satin Touch Blush. I've actually used these before, and I really like them. They are super, super silky on the cheeks, very long wearing. This one is in Satin Love. I only saw this shade at Ulta. It is a really pretty shade. A brand that has really, really great blushes that they have like a huge variety also is e.l.f. I feel like their blushes are really great, and they have like bright colored ones, which I feel like could work with tanner, deeper skin tones as well. It is really pretty, very pigmented. It is a nice formula, but again, if you want other options, e.l.f. is really great. ColourPop, of course, they have such amazing products, and they have huge varieties of colors, which is always nice. Next up for highlight, I'm going to use the Pure Nude Highlighter. This one is in number 10, Be My Highlight. This is probably one of my all-time favorite highlighters that any any brand has ever came out with. I love how natural this is. It really gives you that glow from within. It's not gonna be super metallic and super wet. It's just gonna be very natural. I think if you have maybe acne prone skin, if you have a lot of texture, if you're older, if you're going to a wedding, if you are in a wedding, this is just like the most perfect, oh, my lips are so dry. We're gonna fix that soon. But this is just the most perfect highlighter. So this I really do like. So I'm just gonna do a little bit, which I guess that kind of goes with my little look that I have going on because the look is so simple. Just very light, very pretty, very smooth, no glitter. It doesn't even have shimmer in it. It's more of like a sheen than anything. If you're looking for something very wet and intense, this is probably not it. I think I'm gonna do kind of like a little bit of an ombre, darker nude. So I'm gonna use their soft contouring lip pencil. This one is in the shade Deeply Intoxicated. Pretty sure all of their pencils are like $3 or so. They're super, super affordable. I thought this was gonna be more brown and showing up more like red, which is not what I was going for. Like it's not bad, it's not a bad color, it's just like not the vision that I had. Like this definitely is like brown, right? Like I'm not tripping out. Yeah, this is not it for me. So I didn't get another lip pencil because when I was in store, again, I had that vision and they only had that color and like a pink, which I'm really not into. So we're gonna go in with something different. This is the LA Girl Perfect Precision Lip Liner. This one is in the shade Cafe. Now I can do the lipstick. So I'm gonna go in with the shade, like I said, 05. This is Nude, which looks like a more cool tone nude, which is cute. Oh yeah, it's like a cool tone brown, more like beige nude, which I really actually like. A lot of nudes that I have are more pink, so this is like a nice change. These smell very fruity, which is also a nice change because a lot of lipsticks nowadays, they just all smell like vanilla cupcakes, so this is good. This I like, you see, and they do have a lot of different shades in their lipsticks from what I saw, so I like how hydrating it is, and I like how it's like a true like kind of beigey nude, which is like what I was going for. I also did get the shade 01. Oh, I told you guys that this was, oh my gosh. This is Nude is not the color. This is Nude is like the actual, I guess, line of the lipsticks. The color is in Legendary, the one that I just used. I am gonna use the You Better Work Gym Proof Fixing Setting Spray, Sweat Resistant Anti-Shine. Looks like that. Basically just like the same packaging as the other primer spray. Okay, these spritzers are nice. I do really like the setting sprays now. That's something that I have to keep using consistently to know if they work, so I'll keep you guys posted on that. I don't know how I almost forgot to mention this, but my absolute favorite product from Essence that I think if there's one thing that you get that I talk about today, it's this product. No matter who you are, what you wear, what kind of makeup you do. Every single person needs a clear lip gloss in their collection, and this one is my absolute favorite. It's the best one that I've tried. This is better than some of my high-end lip glosses that I've tried that are clear. It's just the best. This is such a great formula. It's not sticky, it smells great, and clear gloss is like very straight to the point, but it's a must. So this is their Shine 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 Wet Lip Gloss, and this one is in the shade 01 Behind the Scenes, which again is just the clear one. So this is what it looks like. So good, you guys. Screenshot it, go get it, thank me later. I just bought a new one because like mine is so gross because I tend to do this a lot. I will just use this over top of other lip colors and then the bottle literally just looks disgusting. So I wanted to get a new one to show you. And it smells so good. It smells like kind of fruity. I guess kind of like the lipsticks. It's amazing. So this lip gloss, please do yourself a favor and go get it. And it's $3, so like, why would you not go order it? Why are you not ordering it right now? Okay guys, so this is the completed makeup look. Overall, I really do like the way that this looks. Like I'm happy with it. I do have a couple of products that are definitely like my favorites from the brand. Others, not so much. I would say, unfortunately in today's video, I have more misses than hits, but that's okay. We still have some really great products, which I'm gonna talk about right now. So for starters, these are the products that I 1000% recommend. Of course, the mascaras, I think they're great. You cannot go wrong with them, especially the Lash Princess one. This one is so good. The clear lip gloss, I told you guys, this is so good. You can't go wrong with the clear lip gloss. Their lipstick, I love this. I've actually tried their lipsticks before, but I feel like they come out with new ones every year, ever so often, because some of them, the ones that I've tried in the past, I didn't see them available, so they might have been limited edition. But this one, these are specifically this is nude lipsticks. These are great, super creamy, hydrating, and very pigmented. Then of course there's Silky Nude Eye Pencil. I really love for the waterline. I think this is beautiful and super creamy. The Brighten Up Banana Powder is really nice if you want that bright highlighted look. It's kind of like the NYX HD powder in a way, which I do really enjoy. And then also their highlighter, like I said, I think this is really good if you're looking for something more natural. Their blush I also really like, and then I love their Make Me Brow Tinted Brow Mascara. Oh, and of course also the sprays, they were really nice. I'll have to keep using them and see like how they make my makeup look and everything, but these are pretty good. Everything else, besides like the makeup brushes, which I did like some of the makeup brushes, which I showed you guys, everything else I am just not a fan of for one reason or another. You know, the complexion products, we talked about that. The eyeshadows you just saw, I struggled with them so much. I mean, I do really like the mattes in here, but I wouldn't recommend a palette to you guys just for a couple of matte shades. For me, the eyeshadow palettes were unfortunately duds. The primer just wasn't good for me. It just wasn't it. It didn't do much for my skin. And then everything else you guys saw, it just didn't work for me for one reason or another. It doesn't mean that I don't like the brand. I feel like they could definitely use some improvements in the shade range category. And I really do enjoy the products that I did mention to you guys at first. So yeah, hopefully this was helpful. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Leave me your go-tos from Essence down below in the comments and let me know what brand I should do a full face on next. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you all, and I'll see you soon.